Hi friends, I'm Golda Rose and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I think by the time you guys are watching it, it is Friday, so happy Friday. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you guys through, drumroll, I'm going to be walking you guys through my first day of grad school and kind of how I prep for that, stay organized, and kind of how the first day goes. So if you guys don't know already, I do work in the defense industry as a mechanical engineer, but I'm also pursuing a master's in systems engineering with an emphasis in data analytics. And it's fully online, and I have class Tuesdays and Thursdays for about 3 hours. So I just finished my first quarter a couple of weeks ago, so I'm jumping into the second quarter, and I figured this is a perfect time to kind of show you guys what it's like. So I will catch up with you guys a little bit later once class starts, but I have my morning coffee and I'm gonna get some work done, and then I will see you guys in class. So it is almost time for class. I have my MacBook here with all my stickers. So we just use Zoom to go onto our class, and then I'm gonna kind of show you guys, because today is our first class and the professor had sent out an email saying like, please review the syllabus prior to class. So what I do, just to stay organized and everything, I have a folder here that I use, and I have, you know, the overview of my program. So kind of show that overview of my program, and then within each like subdivider, I print out like the syllabus and any like course information that I will want. So this course is capability engineering, and excuse the mess in the background, that's all like wedding stuff. So capability engineering will be looking at like different spreadsheets, modeling, simulation, things like that is my understanding of it. And so I'm really curious to see how our first day of class goes. This is technically the first day of my second class. Like I said, I have class Tuesdays, Thursdays. Today is Thursday. Now on Tuesday, I had an appointment with Darian, who's my fiance, if you guys don't know. And so we had an appointment to pick up our marriage license. We're getting married at the end of the month. So kind of just going through all of that stuff. And so I had emailed my professor saying, hey, I have a conflict, because I mean, if you're also trying to get married in the state of California, getting an appointment to go to City Hall has been crazy. So it was either going Tuesday at like 1 o'clock or else going like 3 days before our wedding. And I was not about to do that. So we picked that all up, and I just emailed the professor saying, hey, I'm not going to be able to make class. What, like, just kind of letting, like, introduce myself, all of that. And so I had already printed out everything. Now my professors record their lectures, so I have like started watching that. It is a 3-hour lecture, so I just have to put in the time to figure all of that out. So just to give you a heads up, that course is a project management course. So it is, the course title is Fundamentals of Engineering Project Management. So looking at project management for engineering projects, not so much project management as a whole, if that makes sense. And then this other one, like I mentioned, the one I have today is capability engineering. So I am hoping, the other thing too, like in the syllabi, they obviously have like all the disclaimers of like no cheating, all those rules, and I don't know if that's considered a disclaimer, but just the rules that you got to follow, and their grading. And for this class that I have today, capability engineering, all that goes into the grade is homework, which is 70% of our grade, and then our individual project, which is 30% of my grade. So my other class, that's going to take a lot of my time, because I feel like it's one of those professors who we're going to stay the whole time. You know, you hope that professors will let you leave early, but sometimes that's not the case, which is totally fine, totally understandable. So this class, let me find it because I printed it out, we have assignments that we have to submit. We have quizzes, we have forums, we have project deliverables, project discussion, quizzes, final exam, and what is that? I think it's a systems engineering plan, which also goes along with our project. So crazy. That is so much stuff to go in our grade. But yeah, just to give you an idea of how like different classes can be made up, like the different grades. So it really just depends on the class and the professor and how they want to make it up. I was gonna make a matcha, but I think I'm just gonna drink water. I've been really trying to drink more water. So on the schedule for today, let me pull it up. On the schedule for today, our professor has just reviewing the course syllabus. So hopefully I get out of class early. We will see. So yeah, that's kind of how I prep for like my first day of class. For my other class, there was like we had to do like an introduction on the forum. We also had to kind of like create an account for the software. We had a whole bunch of like assignments prior to the first day of class, which, I mean, like I mentioned, every class is different. The class I have today, we didn't have to do anything except look over the syllabus. So I'm curious what we're gonna kind of go into. In terms of our class sizes, if you guys are curious about that, it's the program is set up in a cohort. So if you guys don't know what that means, you basically start with a group of people and you each take the same courses throughout the entire program. So there's about 10 people in each of my classes, 10 to 12, depends, which is really nice because then you have smaller groups, smaller teams, and when we do like the projects in terms of teams, then you start to get to know people and all of that. Unlike undergrad where like you have, there's different, at least where I went to school, there was different people in majority of my classes. You start to see the same people over time, but because there's so many different undergrad courses, so many electives and different courses offered for the same thing, likelihood of really staying in one group, unless you know the people and you guys plan that out, is different. So yeah, just to give you an idea of my work schedule, because I do work full-time. If you guys are new to my channel, I work full-time in the defense industry, kind of what I mentioned earlier in the video, and now this year in 2021 I decided to go back and get my master's degree. So that's what I started in January. Super exciting, super interesting, because I've been out of school for a while. So not a while, but out of school like almost 3 years, 2.5 years. So not that long, but definitely different compared to undergrad where I was in person. This is 100% online. And also there's different like people from around the world who are in my class. So working with people's time zones when you have projects and things like that is something that we all kind of have to work with and be flexible with. This is my second quarter. Last quarter I had a intro to systems engineering course and a statistics course. Statistics was definitely harder than I thought it was going to be, but it still went pretty well. This quarter, I think, even though I do a lot of like engineering project management in my day job, this will be interesting because it's going to be very focused on like the software they want us to use, and then working with the team that I haven't worked with before. So we'll see how it goes. Definitely going to be a lot of reading on my Tuesday class compared to what I think this Thursday class will be like. Just a lot more work. I think they expect us for this one course on Tuesday to put in about 10 hours a week. We all work full time. Like most of the people who are in the program, we work full time and go to school. So how it works for the program is every quarter you take 2 classes. So we have 2 classes, one on Tuesday, one on Thursday, for about 3 hours, depending on the professor. And then you do that for 2 years. So it's a strict 2-year program, and every quarter. So if your semesters, all it is basically everything condensed into, let's say, half a semester, which I actually kind of like because it moves pretty fast. But in undergrad, my school was strictly semester based. So this is kind of new and exciting. So if you guys are also doing a degree program, be it undergrad or grad program, go ahead and comment down below what your major is or what kind of area of study you guys are doing. So like for me, I'm doing a Master of Science in Systems Engineering with an emphasis in data analytics. My undergrad, I got a BS in Mechanical Engineering with a minor in physics. So I got that about, like I mentioned, almost 3 years ago. The lighting is going crazy, but oh well. But yeah, so like I mentioned, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And don't forget to comment down below, like I mentioned, if you're in school or even just like what your area of expertise is, or if you want just to give your girl some love. I appreciate that. And then if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. And if you really, really like the video, go ahead and hit that notification bell because I do try to post videos every single week. Also, I do post more regularly on my Instagram, so I will leave that right here. And I will leave a link in the description box below so you guys can go ahead and follow me on there for more like daily kind of updates and posts. So yeah, I'm super excited to start this quarter off. I'm gonna go ahead and log in. So we'll see my other professors so far last quarter and my professor on Tuesday this quarter. Didn't have us turn on our camera, but gotta be prepared just in case. So I'm gonna log into our Zoom. I think if you guys want a piece of advice from me, one piece of advice that has helped me so far, and just in general with school, is staying organized, making sure that you either print things out, write things down, communicate with your professors. They all understand that you guys have other stuff going on outside of class. So if you just communicate that and let them know, rather than like just not submitting something or just not telling them, they will work with you. At least every professor I've had has worked with me, especially this month. I'm definitely being transparent with, look, I have a wedding at the end of the month, I'm getting married, like, please be nice. Can I submit things early? Like, just whatever, just again, being transparent, communicating with them, and staying on top of your stuff. Obviously, you don't want to be lazy. You want to stay on top of your stuff and stay organized. For instance, one of my professors I just don't want my mic to turn on. For one of my courses said basically like she doesn't mind if you wait until the end of the semester to turn in your work. So she basically said she doesn't mind. I don't know why I'm being quiet. She doesn't mind if you submit your work late, just let her know or else you will get a 0. So she said all the assignments are due in June when our quarter ends. And so I let her know because I'm catching up on the lecture and everything, and this Sunday is Easter. Like, hey, I'll probably need, even though I'm going to try to complete it on time, hey, I might need a little extra time. She was like, it's totally fine. So just communicate. It would be my word of advice. Continue to work hard, you know, undergrad and grad school. Like, at least for us in normal grad programs, you have to get a B or better in all of your courses to stay in the program. So that's just good real practice, is to work hard and actually try, because you're paying or your company's paying. So I guess before he gets started, because we have a couple minutes, I have my binder, keeps me organized. I also have notebooks to write for my classes. I like my pens and my highlighters, and then I also write everything in my planner. So I'll have reminders of when things are due, because those are all written out online, so I'm not going to like, they're on our portal, so I'm not going to get like reminders about them unless I see it, unless I'm like on top of it. Yeah, just there's a lot going on in my life. There's just a lot to keep track of and a lot of moving parts, so ensuring that I, you know, prioritize school, prioritize stuff. He started sharing the screen, but can't hear him. If you guys are doing school online, also comment down below if you guys have to, you know, have your camera on. I'm really curious if most of the professors are doing it that way. Good afternoon. Yes, I can see you and hear you. So as we go through class, I will catch up with you guys a little bit later and let you know how it went. So we have a 10-minute break and I'm going to make a protein shake. So, do any of you guys drink your protein shakes through straw? Darian makes comments that I do. It just tastes better. So I am back. My class is still going. We have about probably another hour. I think it's gonna last the full time frame because we are actually getting into the material, which is super exciting. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk to you guys before we kind of go back to class, because we are having like a little 10-minute break. But I think I am gonna end the video here because all we're gonna be doing is continuing to kind of learn about this first chapter and kind of look at the software that he wants us to use. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, kind of gave you guys a little bit of an insight. I wish I could share more about my class, but I figured you guys might not be interested in it, or you might be in different classes or different kind of categories within, you know, your field. So if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about the program, then go ahead and comment down below and I will try and answer your questions. You can also find, you know, resources online that kind of talk about systems engineering and things like that. This is just a reminder, if you haven't already, to please give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and comment down below. I know I mentioned a lot of things that you guys could comment down below on, so whatever it is, I just enjoy interacting with you guys and appreciate your support. And then if you haven't already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you really like the video, go ahead and hit that notification bell because I do post videos every single week. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a happy Friday, and I'll see you guys next week.